Are you also one of the persons who is not able to save or invest in this month also? Do you ever feel like your money disappears faster than you earn it? Here's a shocking fact. The average person overspends by 10 to 15% every month without even realizing it. That's not just money gone. It's lost opportunities to build wealth and secure your future. By the end of this video, you'll not only have a clear path to control your finances, but also know exactly how to make your money work for you. These aren't your typical budgeting hacks. These are 10 actionable tips to stop overspending and start investing. So, make a note from each point, subscribe the Wealthy channel, and let's quickly get started. Number 1. Identify your spending triggers. James Clear's Atomic Habits teaches us, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. If your system involves impulsive spending as a stress relief, your wealth-building dreams will remain just that, dreams. Imagine this. You've had a rough day at work, and to treat yourself, you buy an expensive gadget or order gourmet food. Sounds familiar? This is emotional spending. Resolve this by identifying your triggers. Keep a spending journal for a week and note patterns. Replace the spending habit with an empowering one, like walking, meditating, or channeling that energy into learning about investments. Ask yourself, will this buy make me wealthier or happier tomorrow? Recognizing and controlling your triggers is the first step to turning over spending into investing, creating a life of abundance instead of scarcity. Number 2. Differentiate between needs and wants. A college student once spent $1,000 on trendy clothes but later realized he'd worn half of them only once. He started asking himself, do I really need this? How often do you confuse I want it with I need it? Wants can wait, needs cannot. Master this distinction and you'll unlock true financial discipline. Create a list before shopping and stick to it. If it's not on the list, don't buy it. By cutting down on impulsive purchases, you'll free up money to invest, leading to long-term stability and growth. Number 3. Use the future value rule. I was about to buy a $1,500 gaming console. A friend asked me, what's the future value of that money if you invested it instead? That question changed my perspective. I realized that $1,500 invested at an 8% return could grow to $10,000 in 20 years. Use a future value calculator to see what your money could grow into if invested. Make it a habit to compare purchases with their future potential. Before spending, do you ask yourself, what could this money be worth in the future? Every dollar spent today is a dollar that can't grow tomorrow. Choose wisely. Number 4. Track invisible expenses. People often dismiss small expenses as too minor to track. Over time, these invisible expenses snowball into a significant financial leak. When was the last time you reviewed your recurring expenses? Are you paying for things you don't use? According to The Latte Factor by David Bach, spending just $5 daily on coffee adds up to over $1,800 annually, money that could have grown exponentially if invested. I'm not telling here don't buy coffee, but the question is, have you budgeted small expense like this? Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. Cancel unused subscriptions, set a budget for non-essentials, and redirect those funds into investments like ETFs or a SIP. Tracking invisible expenses helps you reclaim control, turning mindless spending into mindful investing. Number 5. Limit lifestyle inflation. You get a raise and suddenly your old phone isn't good enough. Many people fall into the trap of upgrading their lifestyle every time they earn more, leaving nothing to invest. Studies show that 60% of people increase their spending after a raise, barely improving their financial health. Lifestyle inflation steals your future wealth under the illusion of progress. To combat this, adopt the 10% rule. Save or invest at least 10% of every raise before touching the rest. Instead of buying a luxury car with a bonus, invest in a dividend stock portfolio or a rental property. Master your lifestyle inflation, and your wealth will grow faster than your paycheck, setting you up for lasting success. Number 6. Reverse engineer your financial goals. Most people wander aimlessly with their finances, hoping to become rich someday without defining what rich means or planning how to get there. They lack clarity and a roadmap. This leads to overspending on short-term pleasures and ignoring long-term wealth-building opportunities. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey emphasizes, begin with the end in mind. If you don't know your destination, how can you map your journey? Start by asking, what does financial freedom look like for me? Break it into numbers, the amount you need for retirement, investments, or starting a business. For example, if you need $1 million in 20 years, calculate backward. Invest $800 monthly in an index fund with a 10% return, and you're there. Clear goals transform wishful thinking into actionable plans, turning over spending into strategic investing. Number 7. Practice delayed gratification. In a world obsessed with instant results, most people succumb to impulsive spending, upgrading to the latest gadget, splurging on luxury items, or chasing fleeting pleasures. They prioritize short-term desires over long-term goals, sabotaging their financial future. Instead of buying now and regretting later, replace instant purchases with a 30-day rule. If you still want it after 30 days, consider it. Redirect that money into investments like stocks or mutual funds. Wealth isn't built by fulfilling every desire. It's built by choosing what matters most over time. Delay gratification today to design the life you've always dreamed of tomorrow. Number 8. Automate your savings and investments. Most people rely on willpower to save money, but here's the harsh truth. Willpower is unreliable. Nearly 70% of people fail to meet their savings goals because they lack a system. As David Bach puts it in The Automatic Millionaire, you can't spend what you don't see. Automation turns saving and investing into a default action, bypassing human error and bad habits. Set up direct deposits where 20% of your income goes into investments or a high-yield savings account. For example, automate $300 monthly into an index fund with a 10% return. In 30 years, you'll have over $680,000 without lifting a finger. Automating your savings and investments makes wealth building foolproof. Number 9. Learn to say no. I felt pressured to dine out with friends every weekend. After saying no a few times, I saved $150 monthly, which I invested in stocks, politely declined plans, or find budget-friendly alternatives like potluck dinners. No is a powerful financial tool. It protects your priorities and can save you a lot of money every time either it's for unnecessary shopping or guilty pleasures. This enables you to fund dreams like travel, education, or investments. Number 10. Create memories, not regrets. Many people chase material possessions, believing a new car, designer bag, or flashy gadget will bring lasting happiness. Material purchases provide only short-term satisfaction, while experiences create lifelong memories and greater fulfillment. Morgan Housel writes in The Psychology of Money, "Wealth is what you don't see. It's the freedom to enjoy life on your terms." Experiences like travel, learning a new skill, or spending time with loved ones enrich your life in ways that possessions cannot. Next time you're tempted to upgrade your phone, ask yourself, will this object make me happier in 5 years? Instead, redirect that money into an experience, like a family trip or attending a seminar. Your money has incredible potential, but only if you take control. Each of these 10 tips can transform the way you manage your finances and pave the way to financial freedom. I hope I did not waste your time. If you found value in this video, hit like, share it with your love circle, and subscribe for more transformative tips. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for joining us today. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.